Hey, welcome to the channel. It's been a minute. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays, all those things. This video we're going to be painting the Demon. It's been a little while. There's been a little bit of drama on me getting paid for this car, so I've been discouraged and a little burnt out, but the car's sitting beside me here still. But watch the video, like, subscribe, please. Yeah, if I'm not getting paid from customers, I'm gonna need to get this YouTube thing going. So, and I think that the color might be a little controversial. So let me know what you think of the color, and we'll get into it. Yeah, let's check it out. See what's going on. Let me know what you think of the color. Quite a bit. It's a really transparent color, so that's just the first coat. I'm going to do another coat while it's on the one side, and then I'm going to flip it, and hopefully I can get away with one more coat, and then I'll have to clear it. But I might have to do 2 more coats once I flip it. All right, so I got some color on the bottom of this car. It's spraying really transparent, so it took me a little bit longer to get the color where I'm happy with it inside the engine bay. That's where I want the best coverage. A couple of the other spots, like around where the K-member and like the A-arms and stuff like that, I'm not going to get too picky with it because it is the bottom of the car, and it's not like it's going to be up on stands with mirrors under it or anything like that. It's not that kind of car. But yeah, so I'm just going to do a decent coat from one side, flip it, do a decent coat of clear from the other side. Then I'm going to level it out, and I'm going to put a real good couple coats on inside the engine bay and inside the wheel wells. So the engine bay will look the best, and then the wheel wells is where they're going to have the most wear and tear. The Dodges, they used to spray some sort of heavy gravel guardy undercoat type thing on the bottom of the cars and on the inside of the wheel wells and stuff. But I don't think we're gonna do any gravel guard, but who knows? Who knows? All right, so I've got all the base on it. I'm gonna let it sit up, and then I'm gonna come back and tack it all off, just to get a few of the little nibs that are on the surface. The paint's going on really transparent, so I've got 5 coats of base on. I checked a couple spots where I know I could see through it, and I can't see through it anymore, so I'm pretty sure I got pretty good coverage. Also, because I've had to put so much base on, I also, because it's transparent, I've been putting really wet coats on, and you can't really get away with dusting it on if it's going on see-through, because you just never seem to get it covered. Yeah, so, but because I was putting on so much paint, I ran out of reducer, so I've had to track down some more reducer and stuff like that. So it's been a little bit of a problem getting it painted, but I'm happy where we are. Like I said, I'll come back, tack it off, and I'll hit it with some clear, and then hopefully be done for the day. I still got a few little parts of paint. The hood's going flat black. I gotta paint the trunk lid. I just kind of ran out of room, so I'm gonna paint the trunk lid on its own. And I got the little fender extension pieces for the front need to be painted as well. So that's where we're at, and I'll bring you back when I'm clearing it. All right, before I start spraying the clear coat, I just wanted to show you what I'm using for a gun and cups and stuff like that. So I'm using a SATA RP 5000 or SATA 5000 RP. I spray everything out of this gun. Well, like top coats and base, but I'm using these plastic cups by SATA. It's kind of a love-hate relationship with them. I like that you can double filter. Not that you really need it, but there's a top filter. I'm not gonna leave it. So the blue ring is a filter, then down inside there's another little green filter. You don't have to do that, but I had them both, so I just stuff them in there just in case. What I don't like about them is this little cap on the top. You pop that open to spray to allow like the air pressure to equalize up the top, so it'll siphon through. But if you've got material in here and you want to like put more in, you have to close this to flip it over, but then it doesn't allow anywhere for the air to go. So then you end up with a bunch of paint stuck on the top, and when you open it up, it all dumps out of that filter up top. So you pretty much got to just run these cups dry and then fill them up. If you get a little bit, you can leave it open, let it drain into the bottom of the cup on an angle, and then close it, and then take it off the gun, and it just has like a quick thread. Stick it in, and then that's tight, and that's off. So yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm going to tack everything off, and I'm gonna hit some of the little nibs with some sandpaper, and should be good to go. So I'll bring you back for that. All right, so I went around and gave the car a good tacking off, tack rag. Hit it with the tack rag. I've noticed a few little nibs. Here's one here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's right there. I might be able to bear that in clear and you never notice it. But there's a couple little whiskers or fluffs from my shirt or something in the roof. So I just want to show you that you can, this is 1000 grit sandpaper. 1200 might be even better. For a solid color, you can get away with just giving her a little hit with the sandpaper, hit it with the tack cloth again, and now I can just clear over that and you'll never be able to see the sand scratches. For something like pearls or metallics, you may have to dust base over it, so just be careful. Anytime you're doing something like this, always do a little test area somewhere you're not going to see. Hit it with the sandpaper, spray some clear over it, see if you can see it. If you can, then yeah, don't do it in the middle of a panel. Okay, so I've denibbed a couple spots I wanted to hit. I'm gonna start clearing now. I'm just gonna set you up here, clear the whole car. I'm not gonna move it around because I don't want anything happening. I just want to mention one last thing about sanding. I don't know if I said this, but always try and tack rag it first without sanding. Lots of times the tack rag will drag anything out of the base that is sticking up a little bit. But if you need to, you can hit it with some like 1200 and then just clear over it with no issues. Unless it's a metallic, then sometimes you can't. Another little pro tip is wear a paint suit, wear a hood, stuff like that. I don't know why I never think to buy them, but I should. Alright, so that's 2 coats. I'm going to let it tack up pretty good, and then I'm going to go back and do a pretty heavy 3rd coat on the outside stuff. Yeah, so I'll do a pretty heavy 3rd coat on the outside stuff, and that way I can it'll lay down nice and wet. I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out, and then gives me a little bit of extra material to sand and polish if I decide to do that. There's really not, technically, that isn't priced into the job, and I shouldn't be doing it, but knowing me, I'll probably end up doing it just because I like to put out really flat paint jobs. So I'm going to bring you back while I wait for this to tack up. All right, that's all I got for this video. Demon's painted, put together, as you can see. Like I said at the beginning, I've had a little bit of issues getting paid for this. I've got one more video on this. I've put in some of the pieces together on it. Maybe I'll get into my issues getting paid and stuff in that video, maybe not. But like I said, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna have another one up soon. That's last year. My New Year's resolution was to start a YouTube channel. I did that. I started to slow down a little bit towards the end of the year. We're gonna fire back up. I've got the Challenger, which I've been talking about. I've got this Cutlass here. I'm doing a little bit of work too. I got an old Ford truck I'm going to be painting. Maybe we'll do a video on that. And then I have my Firebirds. I have a customer's Firebird. So we got lots of stuff coming up. So subscribe. like the videos, comment. Yeah, happy New Year's, guys. I'm sure that's coming up. I'm gonna get another video of putting this car together up real soon, 3-4 days kind of thing. Just I want to be done with this car and move on, get a little bit of joy back and working on these old cars. It's hard. The cars are such a slog to begin with, and then you start having issues with customers and arguing back and forth. It sucks the fun out of it. That's not what I want to be doing. So let's move on to something else. All right, take care.